Are you a biker? Yes, I think you are. That's the reason why you're on my channel and why you clicked on this video. And imagine how cool it would be if you can build your own bicycle wheels. That's exactly the idea which came in my mind, but then a huge issue smashed direct in my face. I saw these wheels with hundreds of spokes and didn't understand nothing. I couldn't find out how this was made, but it's not as difficult as it seems, and you don't need much to build a bike wheel. What you need is a wheel tuning stand. I built one myself. It looks a bit like Frankenstein, but I can build a tractor wheel on it. And if you need one, I'll link you some underneath the video in the description so you can buy one for cheap. And what you also need are the hubs, of course, the rims, the spokes, some nipples, a screwdriver and a nipple wrench to twist your nipples, and that's all. So let's do a video. Wheel building for noobs. The good news are I'm a noob as well. I have absolutely no clue what I'm doing, but you don't need much, and the only ability you need is to count till 4. That's also an issue for me because I'm an idiot and I can count only till 3, but I had an idea in my mind. What if I can count twice to 2? So 1, 2, 1, 2 should be 4. Problem solved. Let's build a wheel. We start with the hub, and the first thing you have to be careful about are the holes and the hubs and the rims. You can see them here on the left and on the right side. This is a hub with 84 holes, so the amount of holes in the rim should be exactly the same, so 84 as well. That's the rear hub. It has only 36, so make sure you have the correct hub with the correct amount of holes which fits the rim. That's the first, you have to be careful about it. And the second thing is, in some rims, the holes are not that center. You can see it here on my rim. There are holes for the left side of the spokes and for the right side of the spokes. So don't mix them when you mount the rims. And yeah, I'll show it later. So let's start with the hub and let's mount some spokes. That's the easy part. So take a spoke and we start from the outside. So take the spoke and place it inside a hole. Yeah, very simple. That's how it should look like. The head of the spoke should be on the outside. Yeah, and now we have to count, but thank God only until 2. So 1, 2, next spoke. Yeah, and there should be a hole in the middle left between these 2 spokes, like so. Now you have to place all the spokes round and round. Very easy. 1, 2, spoke. Yeah, just do it. I will do it also. And when I'm done, I'll come back to you and I'll show you how to mount the spokes on the rims. Yeah, that's it. That is what it should look like. Now we have to place the hub in the middle of the rim, but come a bit closer and I'll show you how to mount it. And we start on the hole for the valve. You can see it here. That's the valve hole. And yeah, take the spoke and make sure you have the correct hole. So the top holes are for the left side. In my case, you can see that it's a bit more on the top side of the rim. That's for the right side. So make sure you have the correct hole and place the spoke in the first hole beside the hole for the valve. Put on a nipple, twist it 3 to 4 times. That's enough. We will do the tension later. And now comes the difficult part. We have to count. So yeah, if I were you, I would count till 4. I have to count twice till 2. So 1, 2, 1, 2. If you count 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is the next hole for the next spoke. So take the next spoke and place it inside this hole. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. And place a spoke. Again, put on a nipple, 3 to 4 times twisting, that's enough. I will do it again together with you. So take the next spoke. And now we have to count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, spoke. Yeah, you have to do it around and around until you reach again the hole for the valve. I will do it also, and when I'm done, I come back to you and I'll show you how we do the opposite side. Now we have to find out which is the correct hole on the right side of the hub. So we have to try, and the spoke should fall in between two spokes on the left side. So that's not the right hole, you can see it here. Try the next one, and the spoke should fall in between two of the spokes on the left side. Now we have to place all the other spokes, 1, 2, spoke, and it should fall every time in between two of the spokes on the left side. And now we start on the right side, and we start again on the hole for the valve here. And the easiest way is you place all the spokes in the exact same position like on the left side. I've done it with 4 spokes. You can see it here, 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 and here. And what you have to do now is use the next hole beside the left spoke. So this one, this one, this one. And do it on the complete wheel. So place the spoke on the next hole beside the left spoke. And you can bend these spokes a little bit, doesn't matter. We do the tension later and they will straighten when we give tension on these spokes. And now we are going absolutely crazy. What we have to do is we have to cross the spokes, and yeah, it seems difficult, but it isn't. So look closely and I show you how you can do it. So take a spoke, put it from inside through the hub. So the head of the spoke should be inside, like so. And now we have to do 3 times across. So over 3 spokes. 1, 2, 3. 2 spokes over this one, next spoke over this one, and under the 3rd one. Okay? So over, over, under. And in my case, there's only one hole left which fits, because I have a left and a right hole. That's the left hole, that's the right hole, so I can't miss them. And yeah, let's do it again. Put the spokes through the hub, like so, and now do 3 times across. 1, 2, over, and the 3rd one under. You can bend these spokes, doesn't matter. And that is what you have to do. Again, place the spoke, like so, and now 3 times across. 1, 2, and the 3rd one under. Yeah, let's do the same on the opposite side. So put in the spokes through the hub from inside and then cross it 3 times, but this time anti-clockwise. So 1, 2, and 3 underneath. And there should be only one hole left where you can mount the spoke. Yeah, I've tightened all the nipples with such a nipple wrench. Just place it onto the nipples and turn them. That's very easy. And yeah, my one has 3 sizes for 3 different nipple sizes. And when you have good tension on the spokes, that's enough. And what we have to do now is we have to check the wobble of the wheel and if there are any roundness issues. And to do that, you need a real tuning stand like this. And it's also very simple. I have 2 screws on my wheel tuning stand and I can place them on the rim. And yeah, now I can check if the rim's dead center, and it should be. So just turn it and you can check if there's any wobble in between these 2 screws. So I like to turn it to you so you can see it. I already did the tuning of my wheel, so it should be dead centered. That's a used hub and a used rim from an old BMX, so it's not 100% perfect, but good enough for me. So let's check it. And it should be centered in between these 2 screws. There should be no wobbling. As you can see, there's a slightly wobbling between the 2 screws, but it's good enough for me. And if you have any bigger issues, big wobbling of the wheel, you can fix it in the following way. If there's a wobbling on the left side, to the left side, if the rim wobbles to the left side, you have to tension all the spokes on the right side in this area. So start with 3 spokes, 1, 2, 3 on the right side if you have a wobbling to the left. And if the wobbling's to the right, you have to do it on the opposite way. So tension 3 of the left spokes until you have minor issues. And then you can start with 1 spoke. Find the spot where the wobbling is. So maybe here, if you have wobbling on the right side, just tension the spoke on the left side. Okay? Every time the opposite way. So if it wobbles to the right side, tension the spoke on the left side. If it wobbles to the left side, tension the spoke on the right side until the hub and the rim's dead centered. And what we have to check also are any roundness issues of the rim, and we can do it with this little plate. Just place it onto the rim. And if it's centered, there should be no issues and it should turn freely. And if you have an issue, what you have to do is just check the spot. If the spot is here, you have to tension all the spokes in this area, the left and the right spokes. So maybe 4, 2 on the left, 2 on the right side until there's no issue. So turn it to the point when you have any issue, and then tension all the spokes, the left and the right ones in this area. And when you have done that, you should have a perfect tuned wheel. And yeah, my one's ready to ride. And that's it. And that's how to build a bicycle wheel. It's not as difficult as it seems. Also a noob like me is able to do it. And what I have to do now is I have to mount a tube and a tire, and I'm ready to run. Don't miss the complete restoration of my old BMX here in the corner. And yeah, that's my recommendation for you. Thanks for watching and see you in one of my next videos. Goodbye.